Hello everyone, it's Alex here, and if you're new to my channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to click the button below, get yourself subscribed, give me a like on this video, you can leave me a comment, and remember, if you want to reach out to me, I will answer to you in private on the Facebook Messenger, Selman Alexandra with X. This wee video is going to share a few snippets of my life with MS, a bit of overall idea of how MS has changed my life. I'm not only a patient with multiple sclerosis, I'm a human being, I'm a mother, and I'm a woman, and that makes everything amazing, but more complicated. I think in one of the videos previously, I have mentioned the fact that everything affects a patient with a multiple sclerosis up to 10 times more than it would any other person, at least any other person without multiple sclerosis. Whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you have to face, whatever it's on your journey, however the diagnosis impacts you and your abilities and everything in your life, it will hit you 10 times harder, or up until 10 times harder. So fatigue 10 times harder, ability to walk 10 times harder, ability to concentrate 10 times harder, ability to sleep 10 times harder, random spasms 10 times harder and 10 times more often also. So you would hear people of your age complaining about this and that and the other one, and they'll just say, sure, I'll get something, I'll get over it. But whatever you get, you just can't get over it. It's a whole routine, it's a whole ordeal for you to adjust yourself to whatever it is, whether you need to get out, whether you need to attend things, whether you need to focus or concentrate, whether you just need to rest, whether you need to get through to somewhere. You have to plan everything. Are you going to be able to walk to there, limp to there? Do you need a taxi? How long is that going to last? Can you drive? Can you do anything? If for somebody else it's as easy as that, sure, I'll get up in the car and get myself to there, whatever that is, and get back home, or get myself into a train, a bus, or a taxi. For someone with MS, everything has to be very well thought, and yes, with time you incorporate this and you kind of changed all your life because you have MS, and you're pretty much going to live the life of someone with multiple sclerosis, and that's fine. Hey, that's fine, it's okay, believe me, it's okay. Throughout years I gotten accustomed to accept my condition, to accept my abilities or the limitations of my abilities, things that I can no longer do, like working, things that I can do, and I'm more than grateful and happy for them. And whatever it is that I can do, it will do just fine. It will be perfect. It will work out. And I still drive, but I mentioned in videos before that I avoid long distance driving, and recently I have noticed that I'm not very happy with long time driving in the night, so I will adjust that. Whatever I will want to attend or whatever I will want to go, I'll have to check whether I can get back in the same day, if possible during daylight. What else? Walking, yes. The condition degenerated over time, and my walking has gotten worse. Sometimes it's very off balance and very wobbly to the point that I'm more conscious that it could be a bothersome for the ones around me. It's not really a bother for me. I got used to it and I accept it, and whenever I'll get there, I'll get there, and however I'll get there, I'll get there. And for me, it's fine. It's my life. That's how I live every day of my life, and I'm happy with however I can, uh, whenever I can. But yes, I admit that it can be quite awkward and odd for other people when you're going into places and they are bumping on you if you don't have your walking stick with you, or your mobility aid. Some people do use a mobility aid, and I hope I don't get to that stage too soon. I hope that sooner than rather than later we'll get that news that, hey, you know the way, that phone call from your consultant, there's a revolutionary treatment. It promises, and it actually does what it promises, big improvements. And don't we all want that? As a woman, it brought perimenopause, the awful falafel, very much spoken about, finally, unfortunately, lately. The perimenopause would be the transition before the menopause, and that actually takes years and years, and it can start as early as your mid-30s. For a woman with MS, however, perimenopause will start kicking in earlier in life. MS in itself will bring a lot of dysfunctionalities throughout your life, but as of your mid-30s, you have to be aware that perimenopause can start. And perimenopause in itself, it is a roller coaster. It deserves a series, not an episode, to share my experience about it. So yes, it brought the whole roller coaster monster thing in my life earlier than I thought. It started about around the age of 37, 38, and it became a real bothersome along with the relapse that I had in 2021. Pretty much it was a cocktail of things happening then. Among them was the onset of the perimenopause, and the drop in the hormones, and everything was a drop. It was nothing working, nothing functioning. Everything was wrong at all levels. And the ones of you that have faced a relapse or have a loved one that has been through one, you are familiar with the fact that they can be quite scary, quite life-threatening, as I would say it, because that's how it was for me. Anyways, so MS, from the point of view of a woman, it did brought me full onset of perimenopause that got me to the HRT as well. As we well know, women are more conscious about their looks. Reason for which I left my hair like this. I am used to having long hair. It did thin throughout the years. It started slightly, but not very noticeable from the times when I was on Tecfidera and Vumerity. However, I can say for the last good 2 years, the transition to the Ocrevus and everything else, it is thinning my hair. Perimenopause, again, early perimenopause, not helping being on Ocrevus, which will be ocrelizumab, which will be part of the MABs. And the MABs are known to be treatments used pretty much, a category of treatments designed for patients with oncologic health problems. So just to add it up, one on top of another, of course, it didn't help, and my hair did start to thin. But I learned to accept it and live with it, and that's me, and that's me now. And I'm aging, and I'm trying to do it as gracefully as I can, and by embracing, you learn gratitude. You learn to be happy for every little thing that you can, or that comes to you, or you learn to find good in everything. So I'm driving, but I'm more cautious. I have kind of adapted my style. I'm walking, but I'll be more off, more wobbly, as of the last year, with loads of things that have happened, and they've been quite challenging for someone with MS, let alone a woman with MS. And it kind of taken a toll on me. I can admit that, but that's all I could do, and I had to bear through and get along with it, and there was no other way. So life happens. So yeah, I can say I've been more flary. I've gotten from a regular walking stick to a smart walking stick. One of them that has a torch, that has an alarm, that has an extra handler in case you need to get up or sit down. And it has 4 soft feet of rubber, and it's less noise. That tick, tick, tick thing that will make everyone around you turn around. What's this noise? And it will be you bumping with your walking stick on the ground. I've found a nice one online in the UK, and I'm quite pleased with it. It does what it says. It's more silent and more helpful. Isn't that lovely? It's a walking stick. I've gotten to the point that I appreciate a walking stick. Other people can run and hike and swim and do everything that makes them happy and moving, and go to the gym and all this. And I am happy with a new revolutionary walking stick. Yeah. Oh, as a woman, it is more odd and awkward to be all the time sort of in pain or uncomfortable or needing to get up. Perimenopause that came early because MS, parapim parapam. Got me to put on a few pounds, I think. I'm not really familiar with the pounds measurements, but in kilos, I got about 4 or 5 kilos in about a year's time. So, whatever, it's part of life. So we're aging anyway. You're getting hyperpigmentation. The skin can get hyperpigmentation stains because again, you're aging. Treatments over treatments, MRI upon another MRI, blood tests over blood tests, everything in between wrecks your life, gets you into bits, and you just have to deal with it. And you're happy for as little as you can do, and that will do just fine. That will be just perfect. So whether you're a man or woman, MS does affect your life. You're no longer walking the way you used to. You're no longer running the way you used to. You're no longer driving the way you used to. You're no longer doing many things the way you used to. Your whole life is spinning around a mess. But I'm telling you, if you're alive, it's fine. It will be just fine. That's what I say when I'm asked, how are you? Well, if I'm alive, I'm fine. There's still a chance for everything to work out somehow. God bless you. I hope I'll see you in another video. I hope this one was helpful. I hope you relate to it and you find similarities and you're not alone. Yes, it does happen. MS makes life 10 times, at least 10 times, more difficult than anything else. Everything else becomes harder and often and awful, but you get to learn to live with it. That's it. Acceptance and gratitude are so important. Life happens. It can happen.